Hello. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use VBA, Visual Basic for application in Excel or any Microsoft Office document to capture keys as a keylogger on the system where it's running from. I've already set up the structure on this spreadsheet, and I've got some parameters already there set. Now this particular spreadsheet is available for download, and I'll show you where you can get it from later in the video. And it's designed so it can be user-friendly, where you can set up your parameters here, and I'll explain what they are as I go along. So auto run when open. When you open the spreadsheet, if you have yes in here, the macro will run and it will start recording the key logs. Now this is triggered by here on the workbook open event, and if it's set to yes, then it runs the macro log, this one here, the subroutine. Hide when Excel is running. So basically what happens when you open this document, it will open and it will disappear in the background. And close when finished. Basically what that does, after this time here is elapsed, the application will close. Now I've got it set to run for 15 seconds, and I can run it manually without having to set that to yes. First, let's go through the macro and what it does. I've got some variables here declared that will help me iterate through some loops down in my subroutine LOK. And I've got a reference here to the Windows DLL user 32, and that will capture the keyboard strokes basically. This particular here is only there to make it compatible with the 64-bit Excel installation, and if it's a 32-bit Excel, you don't need that PTR safe. So we've got a reference to the user 32 DLL in here, and we're getting the async key state. So basically that function in the DLL determines if the key is pressed or if it's not pressed. Bear in mind, this is Excel and it's high on resources when you're running. You can see that it uses a lot of CPU, a lot of computer resources, but it does a trick as a proof of concept. That's what it's there for. It's not meant to be a spying device or anything like that, but just proving the concept, what you can do. So let's go through the subroutine. E equal 1, we're declaring our variables, B equals 0, and the result is a string that would hold all the key presses. Now over here it says if range B4, then application is visible is false. That's the bit where it hides it here, B4. I've got it set to no at the moment, so it will stay in the background. And the time it's going to run for is from now plus whatever is in B6. So from now till 15 seconds after we run it. Then when this routine is running, it will keep running, do while the current time is smaller than F. So it will keep running from now, from the minute you run that subroutine till 15 seconds later. Do events is important because in case if you need to go in Excel and you know, type things in there in another window, or pause the macro. If that's not there, it's not going to process those events till the end of the subroutine. So now every time I go through the loop, it will look for any pending events, it will process them, and it will continue. Now my loop for I is from 1 to 255. These aren't all the keyboard strokes possible, but the majority of them. Over here is that reference to the user 32 function, the get async key state, and it goes, this is happening very quickly by the way, from 1 to 255, and if the value of that function is minus 32767, that's the value it is, it means the key is pressed. Now what happens here, if it's a space, it will add a space to the string S. This is the string actually that holds the strokes. If it's VB key return, so that's the value over here. If it happened to be get async key state pressed on whatever VB key return, it's don't know what number it is, but we can find out. I don't know off the top of my head, but VB key return, we'll see it later there. It's probably some value between 1 and 255. It will add a carriage return to the string. Now if it's not this number or that number, it will go on to check other values. If it's shift, if it's not shift, then if it's I between 65 and 122, now these are the ranges that you can get that straight away from VBA by converting or by getting the character for I. It just happened to be that the same as the user 32 library. So if I is 49, it's an exclamation mark. If it's 50, it's at 51 hash, and so on. It's just checking for all these special characters. Yeah, all the main sort of symbol. Now if it's between 65 and 122, if we add that to, if we increase high by 32, we can actually get the numbers from 1 to 0, and there's other values there, underscore, equal, and so on. One of them, here's the alphabet letters, A, B, C, and so on, and the rest are specific 49, 50. So yeah, this is where you get the if it's A, B, C, D, capital A, capital D. And this is the end of our if statement. And next time, so this particular loop is running over and over and over and over again, and depending on how fast your computer is, it will keep up with you typing. Now if this was written in .NET and C# or any other language, it's a little bit more efficient, and I have a program written in there, runs much more smoother than that one. But if you're typing at a normal rate, the Excel VBA will keep up with you, and this particular loop will run in between key presses and you'll get the right values. Now over here, if the length of that string is equal to B2, then you call the subroutine P log S. So you call my function, my send email. I created that, and it's reading. It's in another module, and these are the two parameters that pass to it, and then it will reset S to nothing. So every time it sends an email, it clears the S and it will start building it again. And here we go, loop till the 15 seconds are over. And also I've got here the call function once again. So that's if the user finishes before the loop. I think I've got something missing here. Sorry, B2 is here. B2, yeah. So what I was meant to say before, and I got sidetracked. If the string becomes 200 characters before the 15 seconds are up, it will send an email, or at the end of the 15 seconds it will send whatever characters there are. So I've got two options in there. So you can put send me an email every 10 characters, every 50 characters in this box here. But if the 15 seconds are up and the user only typed 100 characters, it will just send them at the end of the 15 seconds from here. If the user is typing very fast, or you've got it set to half an hour, it will send you an email every whatever number of characters you've got specified in here. I've got a low value in there just so we can see it. And that's where it brings back the application back to where it is, and makes it visible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a breakpoint here, so I don't want it to close or quit on me. And I'll just quickly go to this other subroutine where it's got send mail. It takes two parameters, the subject, and the subject will be keylog, and the other parameters is the email body. And that's basically creating an Outlook application, creating an email object. Obviously you have to have Outlook on that computer to work, and we create the email, or we set the EM object to an Outlook item 0. Item 0 is a mail item. Could be calendar item or any types of item, but 0 makes it an email item. And the email to is what's in B1. Who you want to email to is that email address. And the subject is from here, keylog, and it sends, and then it clears the objects there. So how does it work? And let's see if it works. I'm going to open Internet Explorer there. I'm going to type something in there, and find some sort of web page, say google.com. Just get it ready, sign in. Okay, so we're going to try to capture those details from here. Yeah, really soon. So I'll just have that ready in the background. So let's see how it works. We've got 15 seconds. I'm going to run it manually, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in here the user, my user, at Gmail, next, bummer, and let's just pretend this is the password field, my password. And for good measure, if I can handle this before the 15 seconds are up, I'm going to go into Word and type something there. Hopefully I can make it before 15 seconds. Hello there, this is my letter. Yep, I've got a spelling mistake there. So here we go. I've pressed some keys, get rid of that. Well, we've got a problem. What is the problem? And this should not be in the video, but what the heck, let's see what the problem is. There's something wrong with this value. Method. Why the heck is it doing that? Method, view object. This is not expected by the body. Maybe it needs the value here. Yeah, it likes that. It didn't like the reference to B1 without the value. Now it's taken up. Yeah, subject is and send the email. Let it rip. Let's see if we get that email. And I'll just get out of there. I'm going to jump over there. Yeah, let's go and check my email. Yeah, here we go. So here it is. It captured the Gmail address, but it didn't capture what I typed in the Word document. I wonder why. Maybe the 15 seconds were up. Let's try it again. Run. Word document. Hi there. Send me. See if that works. Okay. It's gone through everything. Yeah, I think before the 15 seconds were up, before I had a chance to type anything. Here we go. That's a new email. Hi there. God, the 15 seconds are going very quick. Let me just increase that for a little bit longer. Get out of there. What I might do here, instead of putting a breakpoint, I'll just comment these out so we can see the whole thing working. And I'm going to give myself a bit more time now. Make it 30 seconds. Open the browser, see if we can capture the URL I'm going to type, and see if we can capture the stuff in here. Alright, I've given myself plenty of time, 200 characters. One more time, run. Hi, I am here. I am in browser. I don't know where I'm typing this. This is the Microsoft Store. Is it still active? Find me. Alright, so that's about 30 seconds, I assume. And let's go and check our email. That's a little better. Hi, I am here. That's what we typed in the Word document. I am in the browser. Find me. So this little bit of code snippet is capturing anything I'm typing in a Word document, in the browser, or anywhere on the system. Like I said, it's not the most efficient keylogger there, but it proves the concept. Now, if you want to download a working sample, you can, or if you want to see the code, go to this website, fracta.net, follow the forum links, and maybe search for logger to find the article. This is the C# one. You can have a look at that, and this is the full code. It's all there. You can try it out. It's notice in here I didn't put the 64-bit system stuff, and I hard-coded most of the values here instead of referencing the spreadsheet. But if you want to download the spreadsheet that I was using with everything set up, go to the products page and find the macro here, simple keylogger in Excel. Now I've got a price on it. This is just to support the website. It's a donation, $3.50 Australian dollars. You can download it from here, or you can get the code free from the forum and set it up yourself. The other keylogger too that I was mentioning before is this one, the basic keylogger. Now this is written in C#, and in the forum too there's all the code there, but if you can't be bothered or don't know how to compile the code and you just want something simple and quick, you can download that one for $2, and you download a keylogger exe. So I promise you there's nothing sinister in that. It's exactly the code that you see. But what happens with this exe, when you double click it, you put it in a directory, so you hide it somewhere in the folder, not somewhere obvious. You double click it, and while the system is running, every interval in that folder you'll see a HTML document appear with the time and date on it, and inside it, if you double click it, it opens into an Internet Explorer or whatever your default browser is, and you'll see the log in there, and it will keep running until you go to the task manager by going Control-Alt-Delete and terminating the process. So it's not doesn't have a user interface or anything, but you just go in here and you'll find something called kl6.exe, and you end the process. It will stop, or if someone shuts down the computer, it will stop. Now there are ways to make it run on boot up. I'm not going to go into that into this tutorial. You can set it into Windows Task Scheduler on boot event as a trigger, and it triggers every time the computer boots. There's a bit of setting up to do. You got to run it as administrator if you do it that method. I wonder if I have a sample of it here. I could show you that quickly. I don't know if I've got it here. I don't think I've got one handy on my computer to show you. Oh yeah, there is one here. I've got one here. I'll quickly show you a demo of the C# one. It's a little bit more interesting. So yeah, it comes with the README file. So I'm going to copy this KL6 and get out of this. We're done with that. I'm just going to put it in its own folder. It could be anywhere on your system. So I'll put it in here. And let's run it. So this KL6 is running. I'm going to go to the browser, www.fractal.net. Username Bob, password Bob's password. Login. Obviously this doesn't exist. I'm gonna type a letter, word, and notice you'll notice something a little bit more interesting. But I am in a Word document, and then I'm going to close that and close that. And you'll notice the HTML file for this time, the 6th of May, sorry, the 5th of June 2017, 10 p.m. This is the half an hour that I'm in. It already created something. Now let me just kill it, show you how to kill it. We'll be running somewhere here. Where the heck is it? Here it is. So I'll just kill it like that, end task. Let's see what I captured. I'll open that file, and it's a lot more sophisticated than the Excel one, because the thing here captures a lot of details. So it captures the applications that I was using, the website that I went, the browser, and every time I click on the mouse it gives me the X and Y location. X is 1018, Y is 439, and I typed Bob and Bob's password. That wasn't visible, but there it is. Now I went to Cortana, I looked for the Word document, I opened Word, I am in Word, you can see the backspace. So it captures a little bit more details. Then I went, I pressed Control Alt Delete to get the Task Manager. It tells me I went to the Task Manager. That's where I terminated the application. So yeah, this one is a bit more sophisticated, and you can download it from here if you like playing around about keyloggers. The code for this one is was a couple of pages back. If you have a C# bit of experience, and you can compile the code. So the code is all in there of the modules, and it's pretty much the same thing. It uses user32DLL. It's got a timer, it loops through the timer, and it will try to determine what buttons, same sort of logic in there. But I think this one captures a few more things. Backspace, font, it's all formatted to look like HTML, so it renders into HTML. So you can find if it's the return key, shift key. It actually keeps track if you press Control, so the next letters will be capitals, and the next ones, if you press Control off, they'll be lowercase. The code on the forum does the majority of the one that you download, but I think the one that you download, I've done a little bit more work and then added some more goodies. So that's it for VBA keyloggers and a quick preview of a C# keylogger. The code is there for you on the forum for free. If you want to save yourself the time and get to the end results, you can spend a couple of bucks to support the website and download it and get started on it straight away.